Hey everyone, Reaper here again with another video. This time it's Reaper Picks Volume 10. So cool that I was able to make 10 volumes of this series, and it's looking forward to making a few more. So anyway, so what's the story with Volume 10? Okay, Volume 10, and I will continue this with the next one, are going to be, I'm going to show off some minor keys. Okay, now let me just explain a little something before I go on with it. I'm not saying that these keys are ones you definitely need to be looking out for in the future that are potential spec books or anything like that. No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that these are some minor keys that are pretty cool to have in your collection, I guess. Minor keys that you might find for those of you that love going to conventions and going through those long boxes that you might be able to find in long boxes for fairly cheap. Maybe some of them are on the wall, but some of them are kind of cheap too. So that's just the gist of this video, and I'm going to do a part 2 next week that will show more minor keys. All right. So let's start off with Firestorm Number One, the first appearance of Firestorm. I don't think this is a terribly expensive book. Let me just adjust this light for a bit because you're getting glare. I apologize. I don't think this is a terribly expensive book. I don't think you're going to find it. You never know, though. You might find it in a dollar bin. I don't know, but I don't think it will run you that much money. Of course, everything depends on the grade, as we all know. I mean, you know, if you see a slabbed 9.8, I don't think it's going to be a cheap book. But if you see like a regular maybe 7.0, 8.0, maybe 9.0, it may not be that bad. And continuing on with number 3, this one I think is probably a little more famous, a little more sought out. This is the first appearance of Killer Frost. For a while, my copy is a very high grade copy, which I'm happy with. It's a pretty cool cover. For a while, I think this was a hot book, but it has since cooled off. Here's another one that I don't think really, some of these books are books I don't think get enough attention. They're key, but not key enough, hence the term minor. But here we go. Mage Number 6. This is one that I don't think people spend too much time with. It's one of those independent books by Kamiko. Mage Number 6. Now, this one right here is the first color appearance of Grendel. For those of you, I featured Primer Number 2 in one of my other Reaper Picks book. That book is not necessarily, I hate to say it's I don't know if it's necessarily affordable. I mean, it could run you a few $100s, which may be affordable to some, but it's definitely not a dollar bin find, okay? It's not a $5 bin find. But this one right here, this is the first time you see Grendel in color. And it's, you know, related to Grendel. Grendel's a pretty cool character, and that one you could probably find relatively cheap. Okay, this is Marvel Spotlight number 6. Now, this is not the first Marvel Spotlight series. This is the first time Star-Lord appears in comic book form. Now, he showed up in magazine form in Marvel Preview, I think it was number 4. But I know this was another book that at one time or another was heating up because of Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff. But since then, I think it's become like a $20 book, so that's not bad at all. So for those of you that like Star-Lord, but you don't want to spend too much money on his first appearance, or at least just yet, because I'm pretty sure that book is going to go down in value once the Guardians part in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is done. But if you don't feel like getting that right now, you can maybe get this one. Or you could probably stumble upon this in, you know, in those long boxes. Here's one that I really like a lot. The New Teen Titans number 21. This is the first appearance of the Night Force. Now, once again, I'm not saying that the Night Force is a force to be reckoned with in comics, but the reason why I like it is because it's another one of those minor keys that I don't think a lot of people pay attention to. But I remember years ago, back in the early 90s, I bought some books, mail ordered them, and some guy sent me the books I ordered, and he threw in Night Force number 9. As like a free book. Thank you for purchasing from me. And ever since that time, I was always wondering, who the hell are the Night Force? So when I finally found out a little bit more about them, found out about their first appearance, I went out and got it, and it was fairly cheap. I have a high-grade copy. I don't think it's more than a $20 book. I don't think. I could be wrong. Here's another one. Now, I think this has appeared in several people's videos. A decent copy for sure. Adventure Comics number 369, the first appearance of Mordioux. Once again, a minor appearance, a minor character, a minor key, but still pretty cool to have. I wish I could say I know a lot about Mordioux. I don't, sadly. Mordioux, whatever. Still, not a bad book to have in your collection if you're stumbling through the long bin. I got a few long boxes. I got a few more books to show before I close this part up. And next week I'll have another part for you. Here's another one that you can find in dollar bins. As a matter of fact, how do I know? Because I recently found a couple in dollar bins. And here we have Batman, Sword of Azrael. Azrael, excuse me, not Azazel. Azrael. This is the first appearance of Azrael. It's a minor key. This is the guy that took over for Batman when Batman had his back broken. And it's pretty cool that you could still find this book in dollar bins. Or, I mean, you know, you could find a decent high-grade book, 9.0, whatever, in dollar bins. It's not going to cost you that much. Still pretty cool to have if you're a Batman collector. Here's one that I really like. Marvel Chillers number 1, the first appearance of Mordioux the Mystic. I saw this in a bunch of videos some time ago, and I was like, oh, that looks pretty cool. Let me see if I could pick it up. Another one of those books I don't think costs that much. I don't remember how much this is or how much I bought it for. I don't think you necessarily might find it in a dollar bin, but it's not too much, I don't think. Here's one, I got two more here. This one I'm really proud to have. I really like this one. For those of you who are Doctor Strange fans, you might agree or disagree. Marvel Premiere number 10. First appearance of Shuma Gorath. What the hell is Shuma Gorath? It's another one of those funky Doctor Strange weird dimension aliens. My first encounter with this character was playing the Marvel vs. Capcom games. And I was like, what the hell is that thing? I was never a real big Doctor Strange fan, so I never really read into his stories or knew anything about his characters other than Dormammu and stuff like that. So when I found out about Shuma Gorath, I was like, oh, let me look into that a little bit. And this is his first appearance. Last book. This one, I think, this one might be a little pricey and it might be on the rise, but I still think it's something that sometimes is overlooked because of the issue right before it. Werewolf by Night number 33. Now, of course, most people want Werewolf by Night number 32, which is the first appearance of Moon Knight. Well, this is the second appearance of Moon Knight. And although I think it is rising in value, I don't think it's anywhere near the value of Werewolf by Night number 32. So this is something, if you can't or you don't want to spend the amount of money on Moon Knight, his first appearance, this is the next best thing and it's pretty affordable. I think, at least. I mean, you know, like I said, I don't know how, I've had this for years. I don't know how much it's going for right now, but I'm pretty sure it's nowhere near number 32. Well, thank you for watching Reaper Picks Volume 10. Like I said, I will have another one out next week with more minor keys, you know, with some affordable ones mixed in there. So thank you all for watching and take care.